Hello students, welcome to Cynohub. I am Avinash. Today in this video I want to discuss about functionalities of operating system. Already know what is an operating system. It is an interface between the user and the system here. So why it is an interface? I want to communicate with an hardware components. You need in one software. That software is nothing but an operating system. What type of software? It is system software that is in the form of Windows or Linux, that is an operating system. You can't communicate directly with an hardware. There is a one interface is there. That interface name is called an operating system. So with the help of operating system, what are the functionalities are there in your system and what are the advantages of operating system and everything I will discuss in this video. So here discuss the functionalities of operating system in detail. So first of all, see the definition here. Operating system are crucial software components that manage the computer hardware. See this point, hardware, and provide the platform to running the applications. So whenever the CPU is there, so in the CPU there is a motherboard, say hard disk, all the things are there, RAM and everything. If user want to communicate with these components, there is one interface is there. That interface is nothing but an operating system here. So it is used for to running the application. It is used for running the programs also. Running the programs or running the applications, you are using the operating system. What are the another different type of applications are there to run the operating system? What are the advantages? I will go for in the next slide. See here scheduling. So what is meant by scheduling means already know about the process states, that is start, ready and running. Okay, start, ready and running. So every time you're running the program, only one program at a time. So what is meant by scheduling means, suppose there are multiple number of programs are there, P1, P2, P3, all the programs are there. Now running only one program. Now if you want to if it is completed, if this program is completed, then which program you have to pick up to run the program? That is the main case of scheduling. Which process has to be scheduled first, which process is completed. After completion of the process, you have to terminate. All these are comes under scheduling. See here, voice schedule process determining which one gets to execute when and for how long. That means how much time the program is running. That is the main part in the scheduling. If the program is running, if it is completed, then it is allowing the another program into the running state. That is the main part of scheduling, and you are going for a voice scheduling algorithms in the next coming classes. Now see here, inter-process communication. What is meant by inter-process communication is, whenever there are two processes are there, okay, if the two processes are there, when you want to communicate with each other, then you are using the inter-process communication. When you want to pass a message, when you want to send any communication signals, when you want to send the data, you need an inter-process communication between the two process. Otherwise you can send the multiple number of information within the threads. One is within the threads within the program. That means there are multiple number of threads are there in the program. If you want to communicate between two threads, then you are using the inter-process communication system. Otherwise if you want to communicate between the two processes, you are using the inter-process communication system. So inter-process communication means what type of communication? Here you are using the data communication. Transferring the data between the two processes, transferring the data between the two threads. That is called an inter-process communication. Sir, you can pass the data from one process to another process, send the data from one thread to another thread. But how we can send the data? There are some components are there. What are the components are? That is pipes, sockets and message queues. Using these components, you are communicating within one process to another process using pipes, sockets and message queues. You are communicating between the process and you are communicating between the threads within a single program. These are the two functionalities. We will go for next functionality in the next slide. See here, memory management. Memory management is the one of the key functionality of operating system. One is memory allocation. See here, memory allocation means, I already said, every program is running at the RAM. So the RAM is consists of only small amount of information, that is 1 GB or 2 GB or 4 GB, like that. So secondary memory having the huge amount of information, right? Huge amount of data. When you want to send the program from secondary memory to the main memory, you can't send all the programs. You have to allocate the programs for a sufficient amount of memory. So this allocation is comes under which program is to be allocated to the RAM. It comes under operating system. So here the memory allocation is comes under main memory only. It has to be managed. Okay, it is comes under main memory only. It has to be managed. That means when to allocate, when to reallocate, when to allocate, when to remove. So all these are comes under memory allocation. See here, it uses a technique called paging, segmentation, virtual memory to manage the memory effectively. See here, allocates and deallocates. This is the important. Allocating the memory and removing the program also. If you're not removing, then another program you can't enter into the RAM. So allocate the memory is the operation by the operating system. Removing the memory also operation of operating system. Next one is memory protection. Memory protection means there is no leakage of memory. That is the first point. And suppose there are two programs are there, P1 and P2. The P1 can't take the data of P2. How it is not taking the data of P2? Because OS is providing the protection. That is called an memory protection. Memory protection means P1 can't take the data of P2, P2 can't take the data of P1. That means process cannot take the another memory. So how it is not taking the another memory? Because the OS is providing the protection. Okay. Next one, file system management. So file system management is also small technique, that is creation of a file and deletion of a file. That is, see here, file creation, deletion and manipulation. What is meant by manipulation? Suppose the file is already existed. If you want to modify, suppose my file is consists of 20 files, like 20 MB, 200 MB of movie. One movie is there. It is consists of 200 MB. I want to insert another movie also, that is consists of 300 MB. So the file manipulation is nothing but in a single folder I can store multiple number of information. That is called an file manipulation. Either you can call it as file as a text file, doc file, image file, or you can take it as a one folder also. That is called an file manipulation and file creation and file deletion. And another one is file access control. File access control means, see here, authorizer, only authorized users. Authorized users means what? Suppose one file is there in your system. You are providing some protection. Suppose another person is want to take that file, he can't take because he is not an authorized person. That means who is creating that file particular person only has to be open. No other person is not allowed. That is called an file authorization. That is called an file access control. Only for particular persons you are giving the permission, not for all. This protection also comes under operating system functionality. Next one is file system maintenance. That means file system maintenance means file system integrity. That means multiple number of files are combined together. Next one, disk management tasks like formatting and track files. Already knew about the pen drive. When the pen drive is full, what you will do? You are formatting the pen drive or not? Yes, total pen drive is formatting. Otherwise, when the pen drive is comes under virus, you are formatting the entire pen drive. So disk formatting is nothing but there is a local disk C, local disk D, like that, local disk D, local disk C in your system. All these are you can format also. Just click at that, quick format is there. You can format it and you can maintain the tracks. That means you can divide the hard disk into the form of multiple number of tracks, like 10 GB for local disk D, 10 GB for local disk E, 100 GB for local disk F. You are dividing the partition, right? So these partitions also comes under file system maintenance. And next one, device management. Device management means here the device is nothing but an input output devices like keyboard and mouse. So OS communicate with the hardware devices through device drivers. So device drivers means previously device drivers are there like motherboard drivers. If you volume increasing or volumes or graphic cards, all these are you have to install within motherboard drivers. But now present operating system no need of motherboard drivers, directly it is pre-installed. Okay, already it is pre-installed, it is coming with an operating system. That means when you installing the Windows, automatically these drivers are inserted. So that is called a device drivers. And see here, interrupt handling. Interrupt handling means suppose sometimes you are getting the interrupt like network error. Suppose you are downloading one movie. After the movie size is 700 MB. After 568 MB, something net is off or Wi-Fi signal is lost. That is called an interrupt. So if the interrupt is happening also, it is managing. It is wait for some time and it can manage by itself. That is called an interrupting. Either keyboard interrupt or mouse interrupt. If I'm clicking on the mouse, it is taken some time. When you click on the mouse, it is appearing lately. So these are also comes under interrupt handling. Now device allocation. So device allocation means, suppose you are storing some file like the local disk C, local disk D, local disk F. You are providing some addresses for a file. So device allocation means you have to allocate some device. Suppose if you are running the program, you are typing the program, it is allocated in the device called RAM. You are storing the program, it is allocated in the device called hard disk. So allocation means it is allocated in the device for particular purpose. Let us take printer. If you want to print the paper, if you want to print some document, it is allocated in the printer device. It is on the printer device and it is activated in the printer device. You can take the printout. If it is not activated, then you can't take the printout. So device allocation and deallocation is also functionality of operating system. Next one is security authentication. So security authentication means, here the security authentication means OS user authentication. So user authentication means OS manages user accounts and authentication. That means once you are protecting the passwords, okay, OS can provide in the passwords. Please put the sign in option like passwords. You can give the password, then only you can access the data. See here, OS manages the user's account and authentication methods, ensuring that only authorized users can access the system. That means how we can authorize users? That means providing the password for a system. Okay, if you're providing the password for a system and OS is allowing after signing with an credentials, then only it is opening the password and opening the file. Otherwise, sometimes if you want to delete one file, it is showing that only admin has to be delete the file. Only admin can modify the data. Why it is showing? It is also providing by the operating system. Admin can run the program. Admin can install the program. There is some systems are there. Only admin can access. So that programs also comes under operating system. And next one, security policies. Security policies means there are some policies. That means you can't download the unauthorized files. If you're downloading that unauthorized files, it is showing that there is a harm. It is showing in the form of red signal. There is a harm with a file, don't install. Otherwise, it is showing that keep discard. Okay. All these are how it is coming because of operating system is giving the signal to the user. This file is an virus file, don't install it. This file is an corrupted file, don't install it. This file is an unauthorized file, don't install it. All these are comes under security policies. Only some of the data only accessing, not all the data will not be accessing. That is comes under security policies. There, when you are designing an operating system, there are some policies which one is allowed, which one is not allowed. That is also comes under security policies. Firewall and antivirus. This one is interesting. In 2007, at that time, there is no antivirus within an operating system. Antivirus is there, but it is not inbuilt antivirus. We have to install the antivirus. But now 2023, now antivirus is come up with an Windows 10 and Windows 11 and Windows 8 because it is inbuilt. No need to install the antivirus again. All with the protection with an antivirus only it is coming. That is called Windows Bit Defender is there. So with the operating system, when you install the operating system, automatically antivirus is also installed with that one. Already OS consists of some antivirus. No need of install the new feature. This is the new feature of present Windows generation. Next one is networking. In the case of networking protocols, OS providing the networking protocols like TCP, UDP. These networking protocols are nothing but in communication. TCP means connected. UDP means connectionless. How you are communicating with another system, how you are passing the information from one system to another system through the LAN. This is comes under network protocol support. See here network configuration. Network configuration means like IP address, and next one subnet mask. All these are comes under network configuration. Next one network resource sharing. I already said one LAN is connected between the two systems. There is a one hand symbol is there. When a hand symbol means nothing but that file is when one system I can access in the other system also. Okay, that is called in sharing with the LAN connection. There is no need of internet. Just when the LAN connection is there, both they will communicate. That is called a network sharing. Next one is user interface. That is graphical user interface. What is graphical user interface is in simple terms I can say whenever you click on the folder, when you open the image with a mouse only, that is called a graphical user interface. The user can feel friendly when you open the file. Okay. Normally, previously there is a command line operating system is there. When you want to open the file, they have to type the file name, then only you have to open the file. That means only literal people can know the system and only few people can use the system. But today generation everyone is using the system. Why? Because of GUI. GUI means they are showing in the form of icons. These icons will be visible to the user. The user can understand that how we can open the file, and it is flexible for all the users. That's why GUI is the most popular now. Previously there is in the command prompt. In the command prompt, when you want to open the file, there is no clicking of the file. They have to open the file means you must write the command, then only you have to open the file. So this is the new functionality which is added in the operating system, that is in GUI. See here, command line interface. I already said command line interface means you have to type the file name, then only you have to open the file, otherwise you can't open the file. And next one, you must know the commands when you are operating within system. If you don't know the commands, you can't open the file. It is, this generation is 1970s, not before Windows. Okay, after 1970s, now you are getting the GUI. That means just you see the folder, directly can click on the folder, the file will be open. There is no need of learning the computer science subject for this computer. Anyone can open the system. Next one, error handling. Error handling is nothing but an OS can detect the errors and it is informed to the user there the file is corrupted. One file is missing. This file is not there. All these are comes under error handling. Okay, suppose any another other users are coming and any another spam files are there, it is showing that this is a spam file, don't download it. Okay, all these are comes under error reports. Next one is fault tolerance. Fault tolerance means whenever the error is there, it is not corrupted the entire system. It is not corrupted the entire system. Just it is slow down the process, but it is not corrupted the entire system. It is maintaining the system data properly. It is not, you can't lose the entire data. Okay, this is also one of the best feature by the operating system. That means whenever the virus is there, it can't erase the entire data. Just it is showing the data in the form, it is maintain the system just but the performance is low. See, system monitoring and performance management. See here, resource monitoring and performance optimization. Resource monitoring is comes under whenever one P1, P2, two persons are there, they want the printer. They want the printer. So resources are nothing but it is not a different terminology. Resources are nothing but a printer, scanner, and next one hardware, and next one processor. All these are comes under resources. How we are sharing the resources to the process without going to the deadlock, without going to the starvation, that is called an resource monitoring. Suppose any process going in the form of starvation or deadlock, it is managed. It will be managed by the operating system. Next one, performance optimization. Performance optimization means such as memory management and process prioritization. That means P1, P2, P3, these three processes are there. Depending on the priorities, allocating the process. And next one, memory management means suppose there is any duplicative values are there, it just reducing the size of the file, it will remove the unnecessary files. Okay, so that is comes under memory management. So memory management and the process optimization both are comes under improving the performance of the system. If the memory is more, the system performance is low, and the process, if the highest priority process at the last, if you're not given the priority, then automatically the performance of the system will be going in vain. So here the two terminologies that understand, that is priority and next one is memory management. So priority means depending on the priority you have to allocate the system. Memory management means whenever unnecessary files are there, just you have to remove that files, otherwise the redundancy will be more, then automatically if the memory is more, then system performance going in a loss. Next one, backup and recovery. Backup and recovery means best example is system recovery, system restore. The example is system restore. So suppose one file is missing in the present day. Today I am missing one file. Suppose I want that file. That file is not available at any location. So in your accessories in the Windows, it is showing that system restore date. So system restore means when you install the operating system, it is asking that if you want to restore any data, please put the date. At that date, suppose if you put in the date of system restore, then if you click on the system restore, automatically the system will go to that particular date. At that time, what are the files are there, again it will be restore it. That is called a backup and recovery. Suppose let us take an example. Today is the 22nd. Today date is 22nd. My system restore point is at August 18th, 18/8/2023. Suppose some files are missing at September 22nd. So I want to go to the back, that is 18th. When you click on the calendar 18 and you click on the system restore, automatically it will appear like 18th date. It is not appearing like 22nd date. That means the files will be again going back to your system. That is comes under backup and recovery. So these are the functionalities of operating system. And one thing you have to understand is operating system is an interface between the user and the system, but it is not only the interface, it is providing some functionalities like security, networking, backup, file allocation, memory allocation, scheduling, which program has to be executed first, which program is next, and optimization and system performance. All these functionalities are managed by the operating system only. Without operating system, you can't communicate properly with your components and the system and the program, and you can't run the application. Hope you understand this concept of all these functionalities. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.